Okay, this is an unexpected video, and I'm going to present it fairly unedited. I am makeup free. At least I have the decency of wearing a hat, one of my dad's hats, because I'm a grease bucket. But here's the deal. I got laid off on Friday. I came back from maternity leave in early September, and 3 weeks later, I was laid off. California law states that you have to hold on to somebody's position through maternity leave, but there's no stipulation about eliminating that role after it ends. For those of you that don't know, I'm a single mother by choice. My name is Meredith. Hi. I went through with becoming a single mom by choice in part because I had a job that was really amenable to parents. I have a lot of folks that I work with who would jump out in the middle of the day to go pick up their kid from daycare, or, they take meetings wearing their kid on them, mostly dads, which is always really cool to see. And I didn't like my job. And I'll be careful here because, with severance comes certain rules and regulations, and I can't lie about my experience there, nor would I, but who's to say what's a lie and what's not when you're talking about personal experience. What I'll say is that, in general, the entertainment industry is in a really terrible place. And I have been working in the entertainment industry in film and TV since I got to LA in 2011. And I've watched it collapse in lots of weird and different ways. I've led to that collapse in some small part. I worked for the British Film Commission and glorified taking your production out of America and working in the UK. I mean, the working conditions there are really great and the talent's really great. It's not like a hard sell and people are already doing it. But, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I wish I lived in the UK right now. Things have been falling in the entertainment industry for a really long time. And working at this place, I made it through I want to say it was 4 major layoffs. So I saw on LinkedIn a couple other people that were let go from our sister companies. So, end of quarter choices, I suppose, were made. But I didn't love working there. It had its ups and downs for sure. And maybe I feel more downs than ups. I got promoted to producer, which is really great. So that's a great title to go forward with. But Los Angeles is an expensive place to live in, and America is an expensive place to live in. And even though I was making 6 figures, low 6 figures, but 6 figures still, I'm still living paycheck to paycheck, and I don't have a lot of savings, if any. I have some investments, but they're very meager and paltry. So it feels a lot different because I'm a mom now. In the past, I would have been I'll figure it out, I'll make it through, whatever. And I went to ChatGPT because I've been playing with ChatGPT for the past couple days. And I said, okay, I've lost my job. What do I do? And it was sign up for food stamps, sign up for WIC. And in the past, I would have been so embarrassed about that. And now I'm just nope, whatever anybody wants to give me, I will take it. I'll take it. I didn't like my job, but it was security. And even though it was ups and downs because of the entertainment industry, it was still some kind of security, right? So having that pulled out from underneath me is difficult, especially while I'm here in Florida, especially while my son Oscar is meeting his dad's side of the family. Because if, again, you're new here, I used a known donor. He was my best friend from college. And meeting his parents and everything. That's what this week was supposed to be about. This week was supposed to be about Oscar meeting his family and everything. So if there's content, it'll come. But yeah, it was easy to get through the weekend because we were doing all the meet and greets, and we're driving to see the brother, driving to see the mother, driving to see stepmothers and dads and sisters and everything. So it's busy this weekend. I'm filming this on Tuesday. So yesterday, Monday, was my first day of oh, okay, so I'm not going to get emails saying like, here's what we're doing going forward. Here's the new plan. I'd been waiting since I got back from maternity leave of like, what am I supposed to be doing? And nobody was giving me anything. And it's not necessarily because they knew, it's just because everything has just been on hold the whole time I've been there, because the entertainment industry is just on hold. So, what am I going to do going forward? Figuring that out. I've alluded in the past that I would love to make this content creation thing something that's full-time. I can't do that immediately because I can't pay my mortgage with views. And views have been down because the algorithm does what it wants to do. I have actually been working on an idea that I've had for a while, for like the past 3 years. I've had this thought in my head, and just this last 2 weeks, it really took off. Like, I took my original idea and added this new component to it, and it's real, man. Like, it's cool. And I've got a proof of concept, and I've got a pitch deck, and I'm working on the business plan and everything. So it's like, it's in motion. But again, like, I can't send the pitch deck to my mortgage company. Would that I could. So I have to look at the reality of like, how do I make money right now? And it's really hard because it's like, do I apply for jobs that like I don't want to do? And the job I had was super easy because there just wasn't a lot to do with it. It was a lot of hurry up and wait, which is part of the reason I was let go. But I don't want to find a job that's going to take me away from building what I actually want to build, you know? But I also, again, have to pay the bills. So, you know, applied for unemployment and applied to 2 different jobs yesterday. It's hard because I can get really excited about anything. Like, if I find something and they're like, oh, we've got this project, I can pretty easily get jazzed about it. But I want to keep getting jazzed about my own stuff. I've been bored at so many jobs, this last one especially, and it's because I have this like entrepreneurial spirit, which I've never really fully tapped into. I followed some ideas and dreams and stuff like that. I will say having Oscar and doing this YouTube channel has sort of filled me with a kind of validation that like, if I have an idea and a plan, I actually can carry it through and I actually can create something beautiful. I mean, look at that guy. Are you kidding me? So I don't want to stop doing what I'm doing. I'm going to offer my services here, guys. Like, if you have thought about becoming a single mother by choice, I'm going to drop a link below. And if you'd like to schedule a call with me, I would love to talk to you about it and help you through that process. If you have some cockamamie idea for your version of a modern family, like I am living with my mom, a thing I never thought I would do. My mom and I never got along. And, you know, dad is visiting every couple of weeks and it's great. Like, I think to myself, like, this is the kind of romantic relationship I'd like, actually, the one that I have with Michael. I love that I just update him and update him and update him. And he comes to visit and he loves on that baby so much. And he's still getting family and everything. Like, it's such a great situation. And I really think I cracked the code on something here. So if you want to talk through your version of the backup plan, like I said, I've dropped the link below and we'll have a little consult call. Maybe I'll help you through that. And you can help pay my bills. How exciting for you. Not the last time I came to Florida, but the time before that, I also got laid off from my job. So it just feels, I don't know, Florida feels like a place where bad things happen. And it's funny because I lived here for how long? I mean, I lived in St. Augustine. Thanks for the hat, Dad. Lived in St. Augustine for 3 years. And I moved down here to Orlando for like 3 or 4 years. I can't remember. God, I was so excited to move to Florida, like in the early 2000s, because I was excited by the like 90s version of Florida that I was visiting all the time. Florida's a totally different place now. So it's gotten so red. But I still look around and like the vegetation and the lushness of it all and the strange birds that I'm watching wander and the little lizards that are skittering past. And it was just so exotic for me and such a representation of newness and excitement for me. And now I'm coming back here, 20 years, like more than 20 years later. And it's a different thing, but I can still feel that little like gurgle of excitement. And if it was a totally different political climate, I would consider coming back here where it's like way cheaper to live. And I mean, that's the thing though. It's not way cheaper to live. Like I looked at what, rents are, like the neighborhood that my parents lived in here, like what houses go for in here now versus what they paid for it just like less than 10 years ago. It's wild. Everything's going up. But yeah, I mean, this is a time that I can really leap forward. I know that this is going to be a chapter I look back and be like, oh, you mean that time I was laid off when my son was 4 months old, but I made it better and I did better and I pushed forward. Like I've had this moment before. I've been laid off from jobs. Like when I was here and I got laid off, it was from Netflix. And it was my first like big girl job where I had the corporate Amex and I was traveling the world. But again, it was like a role that I was not happy in. There were parts of it that I really loved. There were parts of this last job that I really, really loved. But at the core, it was like, I'm being held back. I'm being frustrated. I am working with people that don't see the full breadth of what I would like to offer, right? And I got hired at Lucasfilm, and I got to work on Star Wars. And I got to hold Baby Yoda in my arms. Got paid shit. But but I got to work my dream job. This time, let's do both. Dream job, sweet pay. I want to make this idea that I have work. I want this to be a startup. I'm looking to apply for accelerators and stuff like that. And when I have information that I'm comfortable with sharing to the public, I will do so. I think it's something really, really real. And I want to look back at this video and be like, girl, you did it. This is the video this week. It's time for the backup plan to find another backup plan. Just, my life is constant backup plans. It's never what I plan. And that's cool because it leads me to more exciting things. You think you've got it figured out, like the exact thing you want to do and where you want to go. And then life comes along and pushes you off that track, and you can be pushed and you can be sad and solemn and wrecked by it, or you can turn it into something even more glorious than you had before. And I choose that path, and I hope you do too. And if you liked this video, share it with your friends and like and subscribe and comment, because that helps me do better. They say, I don't know. The views have been going down. That's also depressing me. So watch this video 3 times, mute it in the background or whatever. I don't know. If you made it all the way through, comment with an emoji that is going to give me some chutzpah, because I need it. Thanks, guys. Have a great week. I will. I hope you do too.
The dew point is 64 degrees.